I really tried to go within my intuition and I was very attracted to him, but for some reason, it was the first time that I really felt like something's like not right.
Okay.
That's when I had used the app and then I found out that he had.
Oh, no.
So I was like, oh, okay, that's why I had that feeling. He wanted me to go to his best friend's wedding. And so I ended up going. I got the flight, everything. Right when I had got there, he actually asked me. But yeah, it made me feel really.
Well, it's terrible.
I ended up just ghosting.
You ghosted him.
I don't need somebody to act like they're cool or that they have these cool cars or all
So you don't matter about cars or money or that?
No, I don't. I think it's just like really the heart and soul.
Okay. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Fix Your Search. And today I have someone very special. This is actually a friend of mine. Her name is Kayla. Hi, Kayla.
Hi.
Tell everyone where you're from.
So I'm from Brea, California,
Mhm.
and I've been living there for about 3 years.
Okay.
And I love it over there.
You do?
I just love Orange County. So
Orange County is the best, isn't it? I love it as well. I've actually met you in Newport Beach. Kayla is actually an associate of mine as well for Tonia in Vegas. She's one of my sales reps that I have, and she is just one of my actually one of my favorite people ever, because Kayla is just one of the sweetest, most genuine people that I've ever met. The first time I met her, I instantly connected with her, and since the moment I've met her, I've been thinking to myself, I need to find her someone special in the dating world, because you have so much to offer. And from the moment I met you, you know, you've dated a couple of different guys, but you haven't found that particular one yet. Are you dating online right now at all?
I'm not
You're not?
actually. Yeah, I still have my Hinge paused
Okay.
after my last relationship. Yeah, I think I told you about my last one.
You
Yeah,
told
it
me
was
a little
hard.
bit, and you can tell us as much as you want. What let's do this. Let's talk about when you're dating online, what do you look for?
It's funny because now more that I'm dating, I'm like looking just to have like if they have a good heart and they're kind.
Okay.
And before it was like appearance, looks, like very shallow stuff. But now it's like, are you a good person? Or like, how do you treat people? And if they're, yeah, I feel like you can tell a lot how they treat their family too, and like their mom.
Yeah.
So I think
So
that's
when you first
important.
match, how can you figure that out? Are you doing a search? Like I've always told you, you got to search these guys, see who they are.
Yeah, yeah. I actually, now that I have searched a couple times, so that's
Okay.
important. So I have searched some. I think it's important because the last time I did search, there was I found that he had a couple DUIs.
Okay, so tell me
and-
exactly what you did. Kind of take me down. So when you say search, because some people don't realize this, when I say search, it's not just Google, right? We go searching all over. We go to their Instagram, we look at their Facebook, we Google their name. What do you normally do, or what did you do in this instance?
Yeah, so I went on. It was an app called Truth Finder.
Okay.
And so what I did is I just inputted his number, and then I was able to find some information about him. So
Okay, she did
yeah.
more of something backgroundish.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
like a background.
And what was the reason? Was that before the date, while you were dating, afterwards? When was that?
It was actually before. I really tried to go within my intuition and I was very attracted to him, but for some reason, it was the first time that I really felt like something's like not right.
Okay.
And that's when I had used the app. And then I found out that he had a misdemeanor and a couple of DUIs.
Oh,
And
no.
so I was like, oh, okay, that's why I had that feeling. So
We always have to trust your intuition.
yeah,
Right.
I
And
think that's important.
it is. And sometimes people sit there and they're like, they second guess themselves. Did you ask him if he had any of those things prior to that? And then he said yes or no, or what happened with that?
No, I think we just matched, and then just we were talking for maybe like a couple days, and
Okay.
then that's when I had like that feeling like, okay, maybe I need to like look this guy up because just some things that he said didn't really add right, or like
It didn't
so
add
that's
up.
when I had
Okay.
that's when I had looked him up.
Okay. So you looked him
So-
up and you found that. And then did you talk to him about it at all, or you just didn't talk to him anymore?
No, I didn't actually. I ended up just ghosting
You
him.
ghosted him. Yeah, see, that's what I talk about all the time. The ghost before the date, the ghost when you're dating, and the ghost can happen at any time. That's why
Yeah.
it's so important for people to communicate and be open and honest and upfront, right?
Right. Yeah.
You didn't ask him about it afterwards, but I get that you don't, if he should have been more upfront and open and honest out of the gate. And that's one of the things I try to teach people when it comes to their search, because people are going to find things. And it's way worse when you're invested. Let's say you're dating for 4 or 5 months and you find that. Were you ever dating anyone that later on you found some things after you were dating, or like kind of invested, and you found some things were red flaggish?
Um, yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of instances where I felt I did see some red flags.
Okay.
I can't like pinpoint exactly like who or what it was, but I think when there's a consistent like not responding, it doesn't have to be right away, but
Let's go into that. Okay, so we're
yeah.
talking about communication. So you're dating someone, and so you're messaging them and they're not responding for quite a bit of time.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but then I look within myself too, because I do the same thing. Because being a hairstylist can be really busy, where I'm working the whole day, and then I'm like, oh man, like I didn't message him back, and like the whole day went by
Because you're busy.
Yeah, because
Right.
I'm busy. So, like I think it's okay, like if we have that understanding of like our careers, that we're busy, we're doing things, but I think by the end of the day, like having communication, like, look, this is what I did.
Were you dating this person at the time?
I was just talking with him.
Okay, so you guys were just talking, and then you would message him, and you sometimes would message like the whole day into the next morning, or was it just throughout the day?
Throughout the day, he would message me.
Okay,
Yeah.
he would. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, if anything, I always think like maybe I could be a little bit better at messaging back too.
Oh, so you're okay. I talk about this all the time, because me being in business, they say some of the most successful people in business are the ones who message back quickly, right? Because we don't have time. It's either a yes or no, and we don't want people to keep messaging, us if we're not going to be able to work with them, or we don't want to miss an opportunity, right?
Yeah.
So one of my pet peeves is kind of like that, where people don't message back as much. Not you, because you're busy. And when it comes to business, things like that. So if that's something you feel you want to work on yourself, that's probably smart, because you don't want someone to think that they're unimportant to you.
Right.
Because that's what it means. But when you are a hairdresser and you are busy, right? When you get in a relationship with someone, or when you're dating, you could easily say to them, oh, I'm busy up until this time. I have all these clients. I for sure will message you when I get home. So this way they know, and there's already open communication. They don't think you're, on a dating app having drinks with someone like after you're getting your hair done or something like that.
I would take a picture of like my client, this is
like
who I'm doing, or like I would, at least try to get back to them, like, taking a picture, or like what I'm doing. Yeah. So
tell me some of your craziest dating stories or dating relationships, something that, something that's wild, and then we'll go into something maybe that you could have done better, and maybe something that they could have done better. But tell me, did you find anything wild, or anybody online, or anything that was?
I think I had to work on my, just being grounded within myself, because when I was younger, I was very insecure, and I still have some insecurities, but so I think the one that comes to me is when I did date him, he wanted me to go to his best friend's wedding. And so I ended up going. I, got the flight, everything. And right when I had got there, he actually asked me if I could pay for the hotel. And
no. And it was his best friend's wedding?
It was his best friend's wedding. And I did understand that he was going through a lot in life, because I met him in business.
Okay.
And so I was in finance for about 7 years. So we met through a business that we were in. But yeah, I think just him automatically not really giving me a heads up and just expecting me to pay for the hotel and everything else, it made me feel really like...
Well, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what happens if you didn't have that in your budget for the month?
Right.
Or you're just putting
Yeah.
on a credit card that you have to pay later on.
Yeah. Yeah. And I really liked this guy. So I think when he did that to me, it hurt me. And I was like, man, I just wish he would have kind of given me a heads up.
Did
But
you have a conversation with him about it?
you know what? I didn't really say anything. I didn't end up paying for it
Oh,
because I
you
said you
didn't?
need to figure it out. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So what
So
did he do?
he ended up figuring it out. He didn't really like say anything.
Okay.
And I don't know if he borrowed the money, but I wasn't going to pay for it.
Good.
So
Yeah, and you shouldn't. That's ridiculous.
yeah. So he ended up figuring it out. And then I think at the end of the whole wedding, he said he didn't think that this was going to work out.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah.
Well, neither did you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Again,
yeah.
My I was just very insecure at that time. So
How old were you then?
I think I was 30.
Okay.
I was 30 years
Mhm.
old. Yeah. So I really liked him, but again, it just showed me a lot that he was just maybe wanted me to be there to like use me in a sense. So that was yeah, it was tough. But I just kind of had to like shake it off and be like, you know what, after everything, like I was just hurt a little bit, but
So after that weekend, then you broke it off with him? That was it?
I think he just stopped talking. Like we both stopped talking
Yeah.
to each other.
Okay.
So
Yeah, because he said to you he didn't want to do it. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, what has been happening like recently, let's say within the past few years, dating wise? Because dating has changed so much, right? It's changing all the time. There's another new app. There's as soon as Tinder came out, pretty much all heck broke loose because it was the newest, wildest way to meet people, and that's mostly hookups. From
Mhm.
what most people say. I don't know. I am not on Tinder, but from what all of my guests tell me, that's more of a hookup spot. And you like Hinge, you were saying better
That's
or
just the
no?
one that I've been on.
When you've been
The
on.
hint, yeah,
Okay. What makes you
yeah.
choose that over the others?
I like that. See, when we match, that he can message me. I think on Bumble, the girl has to be able to message for us to start
Okay. So
communicating.
he can message first. You like that they take
Yeah,
the initiative to reach out to you
yeah,
first?
it's kind of nice, but I don't wait for that. I always try to do my part too, where I'm like messaging back, and
Uh-huh.
if we match, then I'll like try to start the conversation.
Yeah.
So, because I do understand that with guys, it's a little hard for them to like open up and
Well,
start
we're working on
conversations.
that. They have to stop that. And the
Yeah.
conversation is worse now than it's ever been because I think I've told you before, just when we've had conversations, what guys used to have to do to get me to go out with them years ago versus what they have
Hmm.
to do now. I mean, they had to, send us a drink, come over, talk to us, get us to accept the drink, get us to want to talk to them, get us to give our phone number to them. Then they had to make sure it was a real phone number, not fake.
Hmm.
And then they had to call us and get us to go out with them and then pick us up. It was a whole thing. Now these guys are swiping. They don't even know how to really communicate. And that's what I'm trying so hard to get across to everyone because fix your search, right? It is looking yourself up online. And a lot of people, when I ask them, do you search yourself? They're like, oh no, that's like, only narcissistic people or conceited or vain people search themselves, which is silly. What a lot of people don't want to do, and I figured this out as the years have gone on, they don't want to search themselves because it really does show you your life. And a lot of people don't want to take a real good look to see what's going on within their life. They just want to ignore it. And that's what they do with their search. Your search is everyone is their own personal brand. Everyone should have their own personal brand. That's what their search is. So search would be your LinkedIn, if you have your own personal blog, Instagram, Facebook, press articles, anything that's out there about you. So this way, when you're on Hinge or anywhere else and someone looks you up, they're like, this Kayla girl, she's got it going on. Not only is she gorgeous, look at all the things that she does. She was in finance. She's a hairdresser. She has these side gigs as she does with travel. She has so many amazing things going on. I have to go out with her. That's what we want. And that's what these guys should be doing for themselves as well. So this way, you don't have to go on these background checkers or anything like that. Not that you shouldn't, because if you see a red flag, you definitely should. But they should be an open book. And so many people are afraid to open that shell.
Right.
And that's what I'm trying to crack that shell. There's a lot of people out there that have an amazing search, right? They already have that. They already know, and this is who I am, and this is my brand. And most of the time, they're more successful people, but sometimes not. There's some younger kids and stuff that are like 18, 19, 20. I've seen their search, and I'm like, these kids know what they're doing. They already want the world to see who they are because they want to be entrepreneurs. They're already branding themselves. And it's not necessarily about dating, but they're going to get more dates when people see that they have ambition, because it's not really about money. It's about seeing that people have goals and that they even have a job, right? Have you encountered
Right.
anybody that didn't have a job or who lied or anything and pretended like they had a different job or anything like that?
Mm. I can't think of any,
Well,
but
that's good.
yeah.
What about catfishes? Have you been catfished at all, or no, have any friends that have been catfished?
I have had many like friends and clients been catfished. Yes.
Okay.
Me, I think there it's always like, you never, if a guy doesn't ever smile in the photo, I have had an instance where I went on a date and he had some missing teeth, and that's fine
On the
with
date?
me. On the
And
date,
in
yeah.
person? Okay.
So,
Oh, he didn't smile in the photo to cover his
yeah.
teeth.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what? That's okay. Like, that's one thing. It's like, we
Teeth can
can
be
fix
fixed.
that.
Yeah, they can be fixed if
We
he's a
can go to
nice
the
guy.
dentist.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
right.
So that could be fixed. So that was kind of funny to me when went on a date. Very handsome.
Okay.
Had some missing teeth, and that was okay with me. But he just stopped talking to me.
Did he bring up what happened with his?
No,
No. Okay.
you know what? Over the years, I've been ghosted a lot. Yeah, a
Okay.
lot of ghosting. Again, it's just like I would communicate with them and talk with them, but I think it's really hard for guys to open up and maybe if they didn't even like me, they could just be like, "Hey, like this isn't like working out. Like I don't like you." Like so I think it's just easier for people to just not say anything, just ghost each other.
It's too easy. And it's a
Yeah.
terrible, terrible thing.
Hmm.
Getting ghosted, I can't stand it when it's in business, right? And I think people are crazy if I get ghosted in business. I'm like, the person's not messaging me back. They've got to be
Hmm.
crazy. And I'm not saying that because of anything, but because I'm someone, when it comes to business, I'm one of like the best people to work with business, because you know how I am. I don't stop working. I'm like a
Hmm.
24/7 worker, and I like to do the best job. So when it's dating, it's even so much more overwhelming. And I hear this all the time from people, and
Hmm.
it makes you feel weird, right? How do you feel when that happens?
Well, now I don't mind.
Okay,
I
you
think
got
when I
numb to
was,
it.
yeah,
Okay.
when I was younger, I was always like, what's wrong with me? Like, why do I need to change? But
Okay, nothing's wrong with you, number one.
thank you.
Something's wrong with them. It's incredibly rude that people would do that. I want to get you to a point to where you have this amazing assertiveness that's still in your nice, classy way that you have, but still where you're assertive enough to where when you're on the date, you not like it's something that's not natural flowing, but somehow in the relationship or on the date or whatever it is, say at the end of it, hey, this was a great time. Would you like to go on a second date? Are we going to, you like talk about the ghosting, right? It's something, because if you're
Mm,
communicating that right with the person, the first date you want to have fun, but at the same time you can say, I normally don't even date as much anymore because of the ghosting, or however it flows naturally, right? Because I want
right.
you to get to where you are the one picking. Everyone picks each other, right? But you have more of the self-esteem that are they good enough for you? Are they doing the things that you want? Right?
Right.
Because if they aren't communication, and you're right, it's not just men, it's a lot of men, but women too. You have to tell them every single thing that you want. I've been married
Hmm.
23 years. So guys honestly do not think the same way that we do. There's something, it's something strange. We have all these different thoughts, and they've done brain scans, and there's certain parts of their brain, it doesn't light up the way that ours does, right? So we have to tell them. And I've just, all the different people I've talked to for years that I've mentored, men especially, have said, well, she just needs to tell me what she wants, because they
Right.
sometimes don't know. And
Yeah.
if it's not what If they don't like it, it's because it's all in the delivery, right? It's not, where people are naggy, oh, you're not doing the dishes. Well, that's not gonna, that's just, people only hear the noise. As where I
Mm.
go, honey, you forgot to maybe do the dishes. Can you do them? And then it's, kind of like delivery wise. But I want to work with you because you deserve a lot. You deserve that guy that's a perfect 10 in every way, meaning being nice to you. You can't wait to get home to you, messaging you, all those kinds of things. But I want
Yeah.
you to be showing everyone in this world out of the gate with your search how amazing you are.